All right, Liberty stock number 50740, Sunnen model MBC-1804D, serial number 3JI89050. It's a power stroking hone. It also has size control and stone saver and foot treadle. This thing is loaded.
It's loaded. And you're looking at it right now. Here is the ASC system right here. I do have it set up where we can simulate a size control because the head will just hit the stroker as it comes in. So we'll do that in a minute. This is the gate, of course, snaps up, or the entire universal tooling package comes out, of course, to do whatever you need to do here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave that down and kind of watch the dial. We got some movement on the dial. And coarse and fine feed controls and all this we're not going to play with. It's hard to simulate an auto cycle without a part.
Yeah.
But we get a little bit done. Motor, pulleys up here. Take a quick peek inside. Pop this open. See all the filter and pump unit, and of course, motor drive, spindle drive, I'm sorry, and brake up there.
Okay.
And back one, and look at the other side. We'll open the cover and look at the top of the stroker assembly here. Unlocked. That's why I left the screwdriver there. What foresight, huh? Look at that. I knew I was going to snap that shut. There's the stroker assembly, the adjustment right here for the stroke length, the knob, that all works nice. And back down in there, yeah, I forgot to mention, there is the size control currently off. We are going to turn that on later in the video here. There's the air package down low, which brings in the auto cycle pneumatically, and there's the rest of the air package and the regulator up here on the wall. And while you're looking at the stroker unit, you got the release mechanism right here. So if I release it, I can move it back and forth. There's the whole stroker right there. So that all works. Unrelease it, if you will, and let it snap back in. So that's a good deal. Down low, where you're standing, there you go. Electric package, pretty basic. Transformer, a couple starters.
Electrics are?
Oh yeah, what are we running at? We're at 220 volts on this machine, yep. Forgot about that. So, and down low here, we'll leave that open while it's running and kind of look in there. The drive package, of course, for the stroker, the motor drive. We're on I forget what size we're on, 110 strokes, I think. And we are in the power already, I think, so with cycle start with the basic one right here, which is manual. And with manual, you get spindle only, nothing much else, and you can bring the stone out as much as you want, do whatever you want, and it works fine. Off and on all day long. Kind of see the needle moving a little bit there. Backs off. Clicks. Back on. Back off. We'll watch that in a minute because when that hits zero, right about it's supposed to trip. See, a little bit past zero it trips. That's what shuts off the auto cycle. So here's power. Same thing, except you get the stroker unit with the spindle.
Power stroking.
Yeah, power stroking. Yeah, with the spindle and stroker. There we go. Right there. Not much else changes other than we just brought that other motor on. You kind of see the stroker over there. It all looks and sounds pretty good. Now we're just doing auto cycle. And in auto cycle, you can do auto cycle off of cycle start pneumatically. You can do auto cycle off the treadle. You can do the same thing with ASC. There's two ways to start auto cycle this way, and there's two ways to start the ASC unit, both way, treadle or push button. We'll do treadle first. I'm just going to bury it and get off of it. And it kind of picks it up after a while. The needle drops off. And when that thing hits zero, it drops off. We'll do that one more from a distance. You can see I'm going to bury the treadle and just walk away. And there's your auto cycle for that. And now same thing with me hitting the cycle start button. Now this is where the pneumatics pull it in and do the same thing the treadle does, except you don't need the treadle now. Same cycle, same everything. We're just using the button and being lazy. So that's that. And now if you see, like as we mentioned earlier on the unit here, I'm set up for 110 strokes, which is where my drive pulley's at. All I really have to do is flip it on down here off the toggle switch, and we're good to go. So that should hold that there. And again, I'm just gonna bring this in, like so, and we'll be bumping it. And we should not finish our cycle until I pull this back, which would simulate the head going inside the part. So I'm gonna do treadle first. Let's see what we get. Oh, I forgot something, didn't I? I forgot my stroker. Hang on a second there. Let it come down. And where'd I go wrong at? Hang on a second. Release. Pull this back in. Oh, we're not coming down at all, are we? Hang on, hang on. Let's try that again. We're all the way down. Let me try stroker one more time. Auto. See if I got this right. We lost the stroker motor, and I didn't do anything. That's still locked in. Let me see, hang on. It's all working. It's all working. But I do not have a stroker motor now. No, this is, shouldn't be this. This, I can turn this off. This is open, and oh, you know what? It might be the safety switch. Yeah, I'll bet you that's what it is. Right here. If this guard is down from the tooling, when you put the carriage up, the guard goes down, shuts everything. Am I right? Of course I'm right. There we go. Sorry about that, folks, but that's a nice one to remember. I'm going to turn this back on, and if I leaned on this, or when I went inside there, if I leave it like that, you get no stroker unit. So that's good. We're happy again. This is good to go, and I'm going to leave it on auto, and once again, I'm going to try an auto cycle with the treadle using automatic size control. I didn't put it in yet. Hang on a second. There we go. Let me lock it in. I'm not thinking. Here we go. Lock it up. Now we're hitting. And even though there's no part there, if that was the part, it would be that. That's pretty cool the way that works. Now I'm just going to unlatch it and pretend it just fell into the part. And it shuts off. It's a wonderful thing. We'll do that one more time, this time off the button though. Same thing again as the treadle, just pneumatically starting, and we're going to hit right there. So. And it just stays that way until it falls in, which I can do right now. And that is a done deal. So there it is.
Show me the safety thing again, because that was...
the safety, yeah, right. In fact, I'll do it while it's running. I'm going to start a cycle again. Let me start a cycle, and I'll put this in, and I'll just bump this when it's running. The whole machine should shut off. And that is for this. See that cover? You can hear, I can hear the switch making. So when you open this up, that way you don't start the stroker and have this thing slapping all over the place. So now at least we know the switch works. It's the first time I've tried it. Here we go. And that's it. So you still got spindle, but the stroker stops. It's a safety feature.
Yeah, it's nice. Great. That's great.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
E-stop. Let it coast down and cover down. That's everything. There we go.
That is everything.
Yep.
That's a good thing.